May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing to you, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Psalm 78. My friends, I beg you to listen as I teach. I will give you instruction and explain the mystery of what happened long ago. These are things we learnt from our ancestors, and we will tell them to the next generation. We won't keep secret the glorious deeds and the mighty miracles of the Lord. God gave his law to Jacob's descendants, the people of Israel, and he told our ancestors to teach their children so that each new generation would know his law and tell it to the next, and they would trust God and obey his teachings without forgetting anything God has done. God brought his people to the sacred mountain that he had taken by his own power. He made nations run from the tribes of Israel, and he let the tribes take over their land. But the people tested God Most High, and they refused to obey his laws. They were as unfaithful as their ancestors, and they went as crooked as a twisted arrow. God demanded all their love, but they made him angry by worshipping idols. So God became furious and completely rejected the people of Israel. Then he deserted his home at Shiloh, where he lived there on earth. He let enemies capture the sacred chest and let them dishonor him. God took out his anger on his chosen ones and let them be killed by his enemies by enemy swords. Fire destroyed the young men, and the young women were left with no one to marry. Priests died violent deaths, but their widows were not allowed to mourn. Finally, the Lord woke up, and he shouted like a drunken soldier. God scattered his enemies and made them ashamed forever. Then the Lord decided not to make his home with Joseph's descendants in Ephraim. Instead, he chose the tribe of Judah, and he chose Mount Zion, the place he loved. There he built his temple, as lofty as the mountains and as solid as the earth, that he made to last forever. The Lord God chose David to be his servant and took him from tending sheep and from caring for lambs. Then God made him the leader of Israel, his own nation. David treated the people fairly and guided them with wisdom. May the Lord's grace guide you today. Bless you all.